know what the hell's wrong with you. All you got's a few scratches.
Hello and welcome to Blind Movie Club, the show where one of us forces the other two to watch a movie immediately. I'm still working on the intro. After we drop the title, followed by an in-depth open discussion immediately afterwards. I'm your host, Jake, and with me, as always, my co-host, Ian Mello, who's sitting on that couch.
I'm Ian.
And joining me, as per usual, is another wonderful co-host, Joquin. How you doing?
I'm okay, fellas.
Oh, that's wonderful. And of course, this week is Ian's pick, and
Yes.
the other two guys, you are, well, me and Joquin are going to have no idea what the hell he's picking for us. So with all that being said, let's get into it. Ian.
Even after I tell you guys the title of this movie, you're going to have no idea what the fuck I'm picking for you guys. This movie, I don't even want to spoil anything going into it. So I'm just going to say, this movie has like almost nobody in it. It's directed by a nobody. And it's just like...
What year, if I
there,
can ask?
1981.
81?
Yes. The movie itself is mixed to negative. But I don't want to watch the movie to watch the movie. I want to watch the movie just to see everything that goes on.
Okay.
Because this movie has lore around it that I'm going to tell you guys
I
after.
said lore? Like
Yes.
Lord of the Rings lore?
Like lore, bro. So I'm just going to tell you right now, we're watching a film called Roar. That's
Roar?
it. Yep.
Is that... Oh, I think I vaguely have heard of this one.
Yep.
What? So, didn't people, like, get hurt or die?
We'll talk about it.
Oh, God. Oh, Lord Almighty. All right, let's just watch it immediately. So we just watched Roar. Ian has some interesting facts behind the movie. Why don't you go ahead and share them?
Joquin alluded to this earlier that the movie, he didn't think the movie made money. It really didn't.
Yeah, I figured.
And I'm talking 17 million budget, 2 million box
oh
office.
yeah, I figured. Oh, I absolutely figured.
This was just a really expensive home movie.
Yeah.
So to give you guys context, it was only supposed to shoot for 6 months, and it ended up shooting for almost 11 years.
Oh my God! What?
Yeah. It like really, really bad.
Holy
The
shit.
trees in the area only are brown for 5 months a year, so you can only shoot 5 months out of the year once they started. Like, it's bad. And to give context, no animals were hurt during the filming of the film.
Outside of the filming.
Outside of the filming, yes, but we'll talk about that.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
There was a reported 70 crew members that were injured during production, whether it's actors, cameramen, or anything. This
makes
is what I
total
wanted
sense.
to talk about. The number is said to be closer to 100. Noel Marshall was bitten through the hand. That's why he had the thing on at the beginning of the movie. He got bit through his hand.
That was fucking real.
Real.
Oh my God.
Bit through the hand. 8 puncture wounds on his leg, which was also real.
Yep.
He got bit around 11 times. He was hospitalized when he got bit on his face and chest. He was diagnosed with blood poisoning. He got gangrene after being attacked many times. It took him literally years to recover from all these injuries.
Yo, what the fuck?
He got bit
though?
during a promo shoot on the head by a lion.
A promo shoot to promote the movie, not even the movie itself.
I'm
Just,
sorry, Hedren, his wife,
yeah,
got bit.
So
she had
got
to
bit
get
during.
tetanus shot. She got like wounds treated.
Oh my god.
Is this the most injury-laden film ever made?
Well, considering I'm not even done with all the injuries.
Oh my God.
When the elephant picked them up in the barrel, fractured her ankle before bucking her off the back. It was not the lion. It was not the elephant's fault. She got phlebitis and gangrene and a fractured hand and abrasions on her leg and a fractured leg. Dude, there is so much. Hedren got scratched on the arm and bitten in the chest by a cougar. Melanie Griffith had 50 stitches. She almost lost an eye. She needed facial reconstruction surgery.
I'm just getting sadder and sadder the more you speak.
She needed facial reconstruction surgery after getting bit.
Mm-hmm.
One of them got scalped by a lion. Yes, most members were injured, including DeBunt, who was scalped by cherries while filming under the tarpaulin. He received 220 stitches and then resumed his duties after recovering.
Bro, like what?
What a G.
So, and it's not even that is what Togar bit the assistant director in the throat and jaw and tried to rip off one of his ears. He had injuries on his scalp, chest, thigh, head. He had to undergo 4.5 hours of surgery. Like, it's just worse and worse and worse. And not even it. So
Oh,
when they re-released the film, they said no animals were hurt during the filming of the thing, but a lot of the cast and crew were. That was literally added on when they re-released the film in 2015, which is really funny. But off camera, pipes burst because of flooding, and multiple lions died during that, and they had to like rescue a bunch of the animals off of the flooded lands because the floods were redirected towards that land, away from like towns and cities and stuff. Robbie, the main lion, fucking died halfway through and was replaced by Togar because they were the same kind of lion.
oh my God. That's horrible.
Dude. And not even part of the worst thing, worst financial, like, bad, like, just a train wreck atrocity.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be, like, the retirement for them. They were supposed to fund it and then retire. It didn't fund it, and they divorced the year after the movie released.
Considering what they spent versus what they got, that is a factor. That is
Yeah.
a factor in a lot of divorces is the money. And wow,
Dude.
did they lose?
That and the fact that she got injured multiple times.
Right,
And
of
he
course.
got injured multiple times. And it took 11 years. Like, the production, this movie, regardless of its content, is interesting because of the production. They didn't train any of the animals. All of the crew wasn't unionized except Jean Depont. Some people had 220 stitches and then worked again.
Yeah.
If a lion bit me in the head on set,
No, I'm gone.
I'm not working.
Well, there's
Done.
also like all shitloads of laws since those past 40 years.
Non-unionized.
Yeah, I'm
In
sure.
Africa,
Mm-hmm.
they're fucked.
Yeah, absolutely.
They can't sue.
I quit. No, fuck that. I quit.
They also, do you guys remember the scene where they're driving down the street? He's driving down the street in the car with the two tigers. That scene alone took 7 months
That's horrible.
because they weren't trained. They had to train them while doing the filming.
Yeah.
And the director, Marshall, did not want to lose takes, so he kept rolling even though it was wrong.
oh my God, dude, that's awful.
It's insane. There's so much. Do you guys remember the scene where the honey fell on her?
Yep.
There was supposed to be a scene of a leopard licking the honey off of her face, an untrained leopard licking honey off of someone's face. And I don't think they showed that in the cut of the movie that we watched.
No, they didn't.
There would have been nothing to stop the cat from biting the woman. So I don't think they kept doing it over and over again, but they did start doing it.
Wait, hold on. Did the cat bite her?
Unclear.
Not
Considering
known.
70 to 100 people were injured during this film, I would assume she was injured, but
Oh my God.
I cannot say for definite.
All right, and the last thing I want to ask, because we're out of facts, we got to go into the big meat
Yes,
and
I did
opinions.
just want to say all of that, so because it's why I picked it.
Right, of course. I just want to ask, how many people died?
No one died.
Get out of town.
No one died.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, 3 lions
Three
and
lions.
a couple of,
Rest in peace.
during the flooding, a couple animals died.
Sure.
But no people died.
That is
A lot of blood
Dude.
diseases, gangrene, stitches, blood loss.
Those fucking doctors were working overtime, bro.
Oh my God.
They probably
yeah.
had doctors on set. Hey, we are at our 75th injury. Can you come here? Like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah, you said 70 to maybe 100.
It was reported between 70 and 100. It was also reported that principal photography started in 76 and the film came out in 81, despite the fact that a lot of people say, because there's promo shoots for 73, so it took longer. It took longer. A lot of debate by the director here to cover his own ass.
Yeah, well, I'm sure.
Divorce.
That also makes me think about, like, yeah, because, like, now my mind's kind of racing. Like, how many people may have died, but, like, the director is, like, trying to,
No,
like,
I don't think anybody actually
You
died.
can't hide that.
You cannot hide that because there is a bunch of other people working on set. Like, you
that
can't
is
hide that.
true,
You
I
have
suppose.
to get like hundreds of people to all agree to never talk.
A bunch of NDAs, and after spending 17 million on this movie, I don't think he had enough money to sign that many NDAs.
That's true. It's just, it boggles my mind how that many people can get injured over the course of 11 years of making a movie.
right.
And then none of them at any point died.
Mhm.
Like, to me, that's like that's a miracle.
Yeah.
Considering what they're going through and all that shit. Because, like, gangrene, that shit kills people pretty quickly.
Yes, yes, it does. So does blood poisoning,
So does getting bitten by a fucking lion. Like, so-
tetanus. Oh, all the shots.
oh my God. All right. So I guess we should just probably start getting into it then. We watched the movie. We did not watch facts about the movie. We just learned them now. We
Yes.
watched the movie.
I could not tell you guys that beforehand.
No, yeah, we wanted to go right in.
Yeah.
Although I had an inkling of just how gnarly this movie was going to be beforehand. I had heard of it.
Yep.
I just never seen it.
Yep.
And all I knew was that, like, oh, hey, it was very dangerous production. I did not know the extent.
Very dangerous production.
Yeah,
The
that's-
most.
Oof,
Arguably
yikes.
the most dangerous production in history. I know people die on movie sets like what was it, Deadpool or Deadpool 2? One of the stunt people
Deadpool 2,
died.
yeah.
Rust, Alec Baldwin shot that person.
Yep.
But like 70 to 100 injuries, bro.
Yeah, no, that's by quantity alone. This is like one of the most destructive and dangerous productions maybe ever.
Yeah.
And it was an independent film, of course.
No, but the movie itself.
Yeah, the movie itself, not a lot happens. And that's
Can I fire in?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This movie sucks. Now, the story behind the movie is infinitely more interesting
It
and
is.
Than the movie
wild and
itself.
crazy, and
Yeah.
go read it up. It's an excellent read. I'd rather watch a documentary about Roar than watch
There
Roar.
is a book. I don't know if there's a documentary.
Yeah,
Okay.
right, exactly. But like Roar, the film, if we're gonna judge it as a movie, is like I found it insanely boring.
Oh yeah. The only interest that I got is like the big tigers in their natural habitat kind of thing.
Yeah, and I
Like,
agree.
you
I
know,
think
going
seeing those, but it's not really a story. It's just
No.
cool, cute animals running around, clawing each other a little bit. It's
Yeah.
fun. It's a fun time.
Yeah.
But
I don't think it's a necessarily like unwatchable watch, but like if you're going in there expecting stuff, then don't.
I think it's a completely fine. Like I'm taking it for what it is. It's like a home video kind of deal.
Yeah.
It costs fucking what?
$17 million home video.
Dollars. So that's insane.
Yes,
if
it is.
if I didn't know about any of those production notes, then I would just think like maybe it took place over a summer.
Yeah. Nope.
But
I don't think Also, you'd probably watch that movie and be like, "Wow, that's creative use of fake blood." Not what happened.
some of it is fake blood, and I do want
I'm
to say
sure.
that when they shot the animals in the movie, they actually shot them with trank darts. It's for their blood draws to make sure they're healthy.
Oh,
Dude, don't do that. Joker and I, like right now, we're
No,
like,
I said no animals got hurt. If they
Dire-
actually shot them, they get hurt. But they were tranquilizing them for their blood draws to make sure they're healthy.
just don't fake us out like that.
So you
man.
know, like how the animals were like dazed but breathing still, and like obviously moving a little bit. It's
Mhm.
because they were tranked.
Okay, well, I mean, that's still not very humane, but like,
No,
it is what it
but
is.
It's to make sure they're healthy. It kind of is.
I mean, I'd rather have trank darts than bullets, so there's that, but Jesus.
that's true.
I
no.
forgot to make that small note that they did shoot them, but with trank darts.
I don't know. I think this is like a perfectly fine kind of boring movie. There are things I like about it. Like I like how the family was like worried about the lions, so they kept hiding and running away, but the lions just didn't really care about them.
Yeah, they just wanted to play.
They just
That
wanted
was
to
the whole
play.
thing.
They're
It was-
just
yeah.
they're just cats.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I kind of forgot about the whole like that guy needed to get back home after going to the hospital. I'm assuming that's what happened.
Yeah, something along those lines.
Something along those lines. And then I forgot about the poachers that they showed up just to shoot the lions
Yeah.
Mhm.
because they showed up at the beginning of the movie and then at the end of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like with that stuff is fucking
Yeah.
It's
bad.
it's not very well written or very well acted. It's
I thought the acting was fine
I
for the
think
most part.
it's pretty bad.
I don't like the humans, any of them. I think the
Yeah.
acting all around is total shit.
I think it's okay. I
For
think
a
it's-
home video, yes, but it was
for a home
supposed
video,
to be.
oh my god, for a home video, it's fucking immaculate. Okay.
Well, that's because Hedren is an actual actress.
Sure.
She was in Hitchcock movies and shit. Like,
Yeah, but I've seen like independent films with exceptional acting,
Yeah.
and this is just so far off the mark.
oh, I agree. The acting is awful. The only person that's somewhat passable is I don't remember his name. Makavo.
You're talking about the assistant, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he's just a dude doing stuff.
Yeah.
The lines of dialogue are crap, and the way they were delivered is also pretty crap.
I agree with you. It's
So,
just not very good.
I thought it was.
I think I don't like. I mean, shit. The entire story of the script is just like one of the most boring premises you could do
Yeah.
with 100 wild animals in your movie that you can put in any way. Like,
At the same time, though, it's
They're
ambitious.
untrained, bro. You cannot do that much
It's
without training
it's
animals.
very ambitious, and again, yeah, they were untrained. It's not like these fucking lions had scripts. This is kind of improv in a way that I enjoy.
Yeah, but like if you're gonna put like 100 million wild animals into your movie and make this like badass, I'm gonna kill 70 people almost kind of thing, it revolves around a weird family reunion with a bunch of like misunderstandings and like, oh,
Yeah.
don't go in there. Ooh, we're being kooky. I'm in the fridge. like,
That's the best scene.
It's a fucking banger scene.
This
Do
is the
not
third
hate
film.
on the fridge scene.
this is the third film I've seen where the main guy gets into the fridge. There's Joker, Crystal Skull with Indiana Jones, And
I don't
Roar
know
from
about
1981.
calling this a main guy.
Yeah,
but
it's his son.
It's
But
still one of the main characters.
but I will say, I have said previously on this channel, I only like movies where they get in the fridge.
So you like 3 movies, and one of them is the 4th Indiana Jones.
So it's Joker, Indiana Jones, this.
Yeah,
For the 4th Indiana Jones isn't that bad. It's just not as good as the first 3.
Yeah, but that means you just said you only like those 3 films ever, and you
No.
don't like the other 2 or 3. That means
Say he doesn't get in the fridge. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, bro.
No, in this movie, the son gets in the
Dark
fridge.
Knight. Batman's not in the fridge. 0 out of 10.
Joker's in the fridge. 10 out of 10. That's why Joaquin Phoenix is my favorite Joker, because he gets in the fridge. Sorry.
He does get in
That
the
is his
fridge.
Joker moment. I do remember.
His Joker moment.
This is
No.
my Joker
No,
moment.
but okay. Here's the thing, though. Like the fact that we're joking around this much, there's not there's not really much to talk about with the
There's
movie.
not.
No, because there's
itself.
barely any plot. It's
It's
very simplistic.
it very much is. But
I just wanted to recommend it. I wanted to deal with
insane backstory.
Oh
okay?
my god, that's why I wanted to recommend it.
Insane.
That's the thing, man. That's the most interesting, fun part. And when you watch the movie and you're like, "Oh, that's silly and fun," and then you listen to that and you're like, "Oh my god,
That's
that
not so
scar on
silly
his
and fun."
that scar on his leg at the beginning of the movie,
That's real.
The fact that he had his hand wrapped up the whole movie,
Real.
People got scalped, real.
Real.
Dude,
Like you watch
that's
all of those
unbelievable.
things and you're like, holy fucking shit. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible.
It is.
The fact that this movie got released.
Yeah, in the way it did.
It didn't get a US release.
Oh, I'm sure.
That
Why,
makes
why the
sense.
fuck would
It
it get a
was
US
going
release?
to.
It was going to?
Well, the American Humane Association fucking was seeing if there was any animal violence.
Mm-hmm.
So I assume they were planning.
They were
on-
like, bro, you got 70 to 100 people?
It was because the workers weren't unionized.
Yeah, definitely not the multiple injuries as well.
70 to 100.
Yeah.
Dude, the plot is very, very basic.
I don't like the editing. There's a lot of insert shots that mean nothing.
You want to know why?
I know why.
Like,
You can describe why the movie
Yeah.
blows, but like at the end of the day, the movie isn't good.
Yeah.
I only like the backstory. I'm fascinated by the backstory.
one of the things for me about this movie is that you can have a movie with like a pretty simple plot and have it be good, but it feels like 2 different plots.
Yeah.
It's the dad and then the poacher plot and then the wife and kids plot.
Mhm.
And they don't really ever meet up, and then the movie ends when they do.
And there's a very heavy-handed ending on that whole shebang. I
Yeah.
just think it really-
Yeah, it does kind of.
It literally like it's like this full 10-15 minute sequence where like everybody's loving the animals. And
They're
the animals are all
rolling around the
happy.
grass with the lions.
Yeah.
And everything's a-okay.
It's so
all
lovely, and then the song in the background
beautiful.
is like, "Don't kill animals, they're so lovely." It's like, oh my god,
Do
I can't
not kill
stand.
the
It's like watching the
animals.
Lorax.
No, it's like
not
watching
kill-
God's Not Dead. It's a pandering movie by the end. I don't
Pandering
know.
for a good cause, if anything, though.
It's
Sure.
definitely a good cause, but in real life, those lions hurt a lot of people.
That's true. They hurt so many people,
Yeah.
and yeah, sure, it's a good cause, but I don't care if I support the cause or if it's like Nazi propaganda.
Yeah.
It's propaganda, dude. I
Yeah.
just want a
So-
good movie.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
With all that, I think we're ready for our rankings.
yeah,
Before then, I want to just say that one more note I have here is that it has a cool soundtrack most of the time.
it does. It really does.
I just think it was a little overused in certain parts.
Sure,
Yeah, that's completely understandable.
sure, but
I
it's
agree.
very fitting with the setting.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
It's
very
eclectic.
fitting.
It's cool.
Yep.
You know?
I like
Right.
how they gave a lot of credit to at the beginning of the movie, like
The credit to the
location-
animals.
the animals and the location they filmed. They filmed in Kenya and another place.
They
and
credited the lion, even though the lion died.
Robbie the lion did in fact die
And his
in a
son.
flood.
I don't know why the fuck they credited his son,
Gary is Gary.
Gary, because fucking Gary was there for like 2 scenes.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
he's cute, so
Yep.
we have to credit them.
Does that mean it's really time for out of tens?
I think
Yeah,
so.
because there's not much to talk
There
about.
really is not
There's
much.
not.
I
to talk
wanted to talk about the backstory, and the movie was secondary.
That's
That's
fair.
why this was on my dealer's choice list, and I removed it because I was like, "There's nothing to talk about. There's
Yeah.
nothing to joke about."
I feel that. I mean, like, I remember when you recommended, like, Dead Poets and Moby Dick, which is coming out on the channel soon, or it's out. I don't know yet. And that was like, wow, it's a great double down of movies, but I feel like there's gonna be no commentary
I really
because
wanted
like
to
those are
watch
both
them.
really revered movies that we're both gonna enjoy quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't really make.
But
like,
for this, the interesting part you could have me talking about the fun facts spruced throughout the film, but that's more of an infomercial than a commentary.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. And I
This
think
I
is the best
wanted.
way.
This is long for,
Mm-hmm.
so I can talk about whatever the fuck I want for as long as I want.
Yeah. Hey, as long as it makes a discussion, which it is.
But, yeah.
So, but yeah, no. If we have to go out of 10s, I guess I'll start. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10. If it weren't for the backstory, it'd be like a 0, like the
Really?
1 maybe.
You think the backstory Okay, all right.
Yeah. For me, because I'm watching the movie and I'm learning about the backstory, and I already know a little bit about it, and like I'm watching it, and the feeling of knowing that fucking happened, that dude's hand's bleeding, that's not fake blood. Part of it is, but like that shit's real. That lion's attacking that guy's attacking that lion, back and forth. Shit's going nuts. That adds to the movie for me, and it added to the experience, and I got a little bit of pleasure out of that. Like, wow, holy shit, this is fucking crazy. And then Ian with the fun facts after. So that does enhance it for me, but it's still not a good movie.
I guess I'll go next. 3 out of 10. You're right. Every single thing. I think there's definitely an entertainment factor of watching the movie, but it's hampered by the acting and the editing and the script and all that.
Yeah.
The backstory does definitely make me more interested and engaged, which is part of my score. The engagement that I am getting from trying to pick out those parts, and some of it's just genuinely fun to watch. It's a laundry movie. Like, you could put this on and just like kind of watch it in the background if you're not paying attention.
I
It's
totally
fine.
see what you mean by that. Especially, it's really enhanced if you know all about the production behind
You'd
it.
probably get the same level of enjoyment out of this as like for a laundry movie as like putting on a nature documentary.
Yeah, basically.
And
So-
with that,
I think a 3 isn't acceptable because it's not like the depths of shit, but it's definitely not mid or good.
guys, this might be surprising, man. I'm giving this like a 5.
Okay.
That's a decent score.
Well,
I mean, it's not a good
it's
score, but-
perfectly average. It's run of the mill for a home video. It's god damn, for a home video, it's fucking amazing.
It is shot on it's not like blurry or shitty.
No, it's
or
not
out
shot
of
on. It's obviously
focus,
not
like-
shot on video. It's shot on film.
Yeah, like it's actually.
And there were real quick. There was one really fucking impressive shot in this.
Yeah,
film.
the shot in the barrel.
The
with
shot in the
elephants.
barrel with
Yeah.
the elephant was actually super impressive.
Yeah, the one
for a
that
film
fractured
like
that
this.
girl's leg and arm and gave her gangrene.
I mean, I feel like when we watched Apocalypse Now and we were like, what a great movie. Oh, also, this guy died during production. Oh, also, this guy spent like 80 days in the wilderness slowly dying. Oh,
Yup.
also, there's all kinds of shit in the background of that. This guy's like having fucking heart attacks every minute.
Yup.
I think Michael Sheen was the one having a heart attack. But like, no, there's all kinds of shit watching that enhances it too. But at the end of the day, Apocalypse Now, without that,
Is a masterpiece.
it already is a great movie. So, I mean, this movie doesn't have that kind of quality.
That's fair. But you know what, Joe Quinn? I can fully understand the
Yeah.
5. Because there is an interesting aspect to this. It's just, for me, the filmmaking stuff is bad.
No, I completely
Yeah.
understand that, and I think, I mean, if anything, the story kind of detracts from the film itself because, like, people got hurt, and that's sad to think
It is
about.
definitely sad, but it's
It's-
also interesting.
It's interesting, but it's definitely sad to think about.
Oh, 100%.
I will
So,
say this, though.
Double-edged sword.
Like, about this movie, this is such a unique movie. I don't think any movie is anything like this.
Yeah.
No.
There's nothing else comparable to Roar out
It
there
was
in the
an
world.
independent film project made to fund a humane foundation in Africa for big cats.
And it did not
and
work.
it was only supposed to film for 6 months, and it was only
Mm-hmm.
supposed to cost a certain amount of money, and then it filmed for 11 years and cost $17 million and hurt like 100 people.
yeah.
Yeah, like there's no other movie that comes close to those measurements and requirements in terms of like, especially an independent movie, let alone like a
Yeah.
Hollywood movie. Like
It's
that's insane.
absolutely wild.
And you did a bunch of research.
And I looked at it and I was like, 70 to 100 people? What the fuck? And then I was like, filmed for 11 years.
$2 million box office on a 17 million budget.
Dude, it was supposed to cost like maybe $1 million or some shit. That shit
It would have been
lasted
profitable.
11 years. It cost 10 times as much.
Boy, are you gonna like The Other Side of the Wind. It took 50 years to get finished producing.
So fucking funny. It's like if Channing Tatum's Gambit came out now. Like, and also Channing Tatum shot 50 people.
You throw cards at them, they're all like getting injured and dying.
It's those metal cards that are actually sharp and really fucking hurt.
Ouch.
Oh no,
Dude, it's. I don't think the story detracts from it just because the story is the only thing that makes it stand out from anything else.
Yeah, we're just looking at this from two different ways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
if you're
absolutely.
if you're watching the movie and you're trying to like analyze the story of the movie and you're like, oh, that's a really nice message, and then you go, oh wait, like, yeah, you're fucked. But like,
You watch this movie like with no understanding of the background. You're just like, what a nice, lovely little film that definitely helps the world and,
and
should have been
then
made.
you watch the documentary. Oh, I liked that one. Let me watch the documentary. This is how I got scalped by a lion on the set of Roar.
And that's 1% of the people that got injured. 1%.
That's not even.
Yeah.
Multiple people got bites on their head and face and 80 stitches, 220 stitches.
You know what? I'm just gonna say it. Skill issue. Skill issue.
You almost lost your eye to a lion. Yeah, it's a skill issue.
Should have
bro.
handled that better, bro.
Yeah,
Skill
come
issue.
on, man. What's wrong with you?
Almost losing an eye to a lion.
Could have teched
be
that.
better.
Could
Be
have taken
better.
that throw, bro.
Yeah. When you're stranded in the jungle trying to produce a film on like fucking film cameras and you're like spending 11 years stranded in the fucking wilderness trying to do
Holy
this,
shit.
you walk out without any scars or scrapes or gangrene.
I'm sorry, but if you get your face needing to be reconfigured by a doctor by a lion, you just needed to practice more.
I
Yeah.
almost want to give it just straight up, I almost want to give it a 10 out of sympathy. For the people involved, I just feel so bad. I just want to be like, all right, you get like an 11 out of 10. The best score. Move on.
Oh
I'm
man,
so
they
proud.
tried their hardest. Okay.
Yeah, they
Dude,
did.
oh, you know what?
Would you
Props-
be comfortable walking around lions and tigers and cougars
if
and
they're
panthers?
trained? Yes.
They
if they're
weren't.
not,
They
no.
weren't.
Oh
And you
my
know what?
God, dude.
I'm going to give the ultimate props to the crew and cast, except the director. Fuck that guy.
Oh yeah. Fuck
Even
the
though he
director.
also got hurt. I'm so sorry, sir. He's dead. He's been dead since 2010. He's, by the way, after this, he never directed another movie.
No, I wonder
Of
why.
Why the fuck would he?
I wonder
If it was
why.
announced, I know he's dead, but if you were alive and it was announced that he was making another, dude, the world would riot.
Roar 2. Roar harder.
Even more roaring. No,
3
Ian,
times more lions.
Ian, you didn't mention this in the fun facts, but I looked it up before we started recording. The working title of the movie was Lions. Then they changed the working title to Lions, Lions, and More Lions.
Yep. I didn't. Well, that didn't have the fun story, but it's
That's
funny.
an excellent story.
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
Lions,
Lions, and more lions.
Imagine if it was just called Planes, Planes,
Oh
and
my
Planes.
God, you know those fucking like TV infomercials from like the 2000s and 90s? The fucking lots and lots of automobiles or lots and lots of planes and jets.
Do you guys know the tagline for this movie? A ferocious comedy.
Bro, that's just deceptive marketing.
Comedy.
That is just straight up deceptive marketing.
That is a smack in the face of the people.
I mean, okay.
who-
It is technically a comedy film. I have to give it that. It's just not funny. It's horrifying.
I'm laughing a lot.
Yeah, but we're laughing at fucking being terrible people and like, like that. Oh my God, I just like the absurdity of it.
48 of those injuries within the first 2 years of filming.
Oh my God, dude, that's so bad.
You know what? It's actually pretty good for averages. You know, you sling.
Yeah, then you get 9 years for the other 60.
Bruh, that's so fucking terrible.
that averages out to be about like,
A lot. It averages
like
a lot.
7 injuries a year. That's not that bad.
If it
Oh
filmed
my
for 20
God.
years.
Dude, that's
There was
insane.
140 people working on the film, and more than half of them got hurt.
All right. To wrap up,
Like,
because we're
oh
not
my
talking
Lord.
about the movie, we're talking about the production of the movie.
Better.
To wrap up, the movie's not very good of a time. But if you know all the stuff that we know now, in fact, I mean, usually you're supposed to watch this before you watch this show. But if you watch this show first, go watch the movie now if you haven't seen it.
Yes.
knowing
or
what we
if
know.
you have seen it and didn't know those things, rewatch it. Check
Yeah.
some stuff out.
Yeah, because
I
now
noticed
you'll watch
the
it with a
scar on his
different-
leg. I noticed
Oh, I
his hand
noticed the
was
scar on
rocked
his
up.
leg too. I thought the lion just did that. I guess the lion did do that.
In
but...
real life, because those are real stitches.
You'll
Yeah.
have like a completely different perspective on how this movie goes
Yeah.
down.
Joe Quinn was like, "Oh, that's some good prosthetics," and I'm like, "Joe Quinn, I hate to tell you."
I didn't say that.
I know, but that's because you were like, "I thought Lion Fake did that."
Mm-hmm.
Very
Oh my God.
Oops.
All right. Well, you guys ready to wrap things up?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Joe
much
Quinn, I
ready.
can't wait for your pick because maybe it'll be good.
Maybe it will.
I'm gonna try to pick a movie.
Yeah, that's what you
Really?
should do.
Wow.
I know. I'm kind of going out of left field with this one, fellas. But
You're
no,
not
I'm-
picking the suspension bridge.
We're gonna watch the Golden Gate Bridge. 10 hours.
You know what? It does its job. 10 out of 10.
What an avant-garde choice, Joe Quinn. Respectable. 10 out of 10.
Okay.